Thank you for joining us today. My name is Koya Tompkins, President and CEO of the Community Violence Intervention Center, where our vision is to end interpersonal violence in 2 generations through safety, healing, and education. And today we get to talk about the Blue Zones Project and one of my favorite topics, education. So today we are with Nicole and Whitney, and they're going to tell us a little bit about the Blue Zones Project. So for some of us in Grand Forks, this is kind of a brand new concept, but it hasn't really been, it's actually got its start in National Geographic, right? So maybe if you could just educate us a little bit about what it is and how it got to North Dakota.
In the United States, per capita, we spend more on healthcare. And the reality is we're not any healthier than any other country, regardless of the amount of money that we're pouring into healthcare. In fact, about 69% of our population would be considered obese or overweight.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And so what Blue Zones Project does is it's a community wellness initiative that really looks at wellness from the environmental point of view. Like, how can we make small changes towards the environment to make to nudge people towards that healthy choice, making that healthy choice the easy choice.
One of the things that got my attention right away is the RealAge test. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is and how people can access it?
So we work with Boston University to do a RealAge test, and that kind of starts the metric piece, or kind of gives us a baseline of how we measure our improvement. And what the RealAge test is it's a well-being test. So it's going to tell you your real age, or your age in relation to your lifestyle choices, and give you that real age and compare it to your biological age. And then what it does is it will give you a program tailored, personalized just for you, and will show you things you can do in your daily life to decrease that age or make that gap greater. So your actual wellness age will be significantly less than your real age.
So what makes you younger? What types of things make you younger?
So when looking at the RealAge test, we actually look at lifestyle factors. So we look at stress, we look at sleep, we look at nutrition and activity. It's simple things like making sure you're getting enough sleep, or making sure you're eating enough fruits and vegetables, getting your steps in. Another thing that it looks at is stress. It looks at your financial stress, your connection to the community. So it's really kind of a holistic approach to well-being.
That's fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to take it. I started doing it a couple times, and I must be too stressed, so I need to take the test. But so there's a lot of activity going around for Blue Zones, and we're going to talk about your grand opening launch event here in just a few minutes. But can you tell us a little bit about kind of what the first steps are for Grand Forks? Because of course, getting a community healthy is quite a big task.
I think we'll take a couple steps back and really kind of talk about how Blue Zones got to Grand Forks. So quite a few years ago, Governor Burgum did the Main Street Initiative. And at that Main Street Initiative, he had Dan Buettner come and speak. And Dan Buettner is the founder of Blue Zones Project. And from that, the Blue Zones did assessments in multiple communities in North Dakota. And then COVID hit. And one of our sponsors, All True Health System, really was diligent about working to get Blue Zones Project to Grand Forks, because they truly believe that Blue Zones Project really was a full court approach to well-being. And so All True Health System, with the support of the North Dakota Department of Health, was able to sponsor Blue Zones Project and get us here in Grand Forks. We really have been in the discovery phase, so doing a lot of research and talking to community members, getting their input on what is their strengths, what are our weaknesses, what does the environment kind of look like, and really focusing on people, place, and policy to see, where we can potentially make that impact. So we're just finishing up that discovery phase. I'm just finishing up our blueprint, which is our strategic plan. And then starting in 2023, we will be launching into our implementation stage, where you'll really start to see that movement and things happening.
Yeah, I know even at CVIC, we're kind of thinking about this because it just seems like it's such a good fit for our vision as well, education being a key pillar of that. And Whitney, you're leading off I think we're calling it a kickoff event, right?
Correct,
On
yes.
January 21st. So what will happen at that?
So our kickoff event will be hosted at the Empire Arts Center January 21st from 3 to 5. We're really excited to promote the Blue Zones project to the Grand Forks community. Going beyond our kickoff event, we're really excited to host events within the community. These events will look like walking moais, purpose workshops, cooking demonstrations, and volunteer opportunities.
Oh, awesome. So it's going to be really hands-on. I think that's what kind of makes it special too. It's kind of a activity-based.
Yeah, so part of the kickoff is that actually Nick Butner, who is Dan Butner's brother, and he was on the research team that went into the 5 Blue Zones. He is going to be our keynote speaker and really tell the story of Blue Zones. And while telling that story, kind of explain the different activities and the why behind those activities that we'll be implementing and giving our community the opportunity to take part in. So it will be really hands-on, family-friendly. So we're excited to...
And indoors in January.
Yes, and indoors, yes.
And what a great venue, too, at the Empire. So,
yes.
Well, we thank you both for being here, and please stop by the Empire on January 21st from 3 to 5.